Hey, faithful viewer, it is me, Regina Nunley, coming on Instagram Live, which I don't do enough of, but let me get in my spot because some people like to pop on and want to talk, and I haven't eaten much, but I'm on live to talk about my Monday motivation. It's getting kind of dark outside. Give me some natural light so I can see better. Yay. All right. Okay. All right, faithful viewer. It is me, Regina Nunley, better known as the Preacher Kid Sensation. PK Sensation for short, if you follow me on Instagram, which apparently you do. And, okay. All right. And I am on today with my Monday motivation called Clean Hands, and got a lot of response on Facebook, so I decided to kick over here. And I guess I could have did the video, but for some reason it's just not the video stuff. It's just they're changing stuff up. But clean hands. Clean hands. What if somebody offered you food on a trash can lid? Would you eat it? No. What if somebody went to the bathroom, did the number 2, didn't wash their hands, came in and started cooking you food? Now, you may not know all that, but it's crazy that before there was the Rona, you walk, years before the Rona hit, you go into a bathroom in an eating establishment and they have signs on the wall that says, quote, employees must wash your hands. When do you need to, why should you remind grown folks to wash their darn hands? Nasty hands. You went to the bathroom. Why? That's sad. Right? But the idea of someone with nasty hands handling your food is disgusting. We don't want to eat off a dirty plate. We don't want to eat off a dirty fork. We don't want to eat at a dirty table. Right? We don't want nobody handling our stuff with dirty hands. So what about the way we handle one another? See, in Psalm 18, David talks about how God rewarded him because he did business in a fair, equitable, and honest way with clean hands. He didn't come at people. He did not handle his business with his hands dirty. In other words, his hands dipping in dirty and things, his mindsets was not impure. His motives were not impure. And what we have to remember is that our mindset is connected to our hands. So if you coming at people in a impure motive and you're not handling things, you handling things from a wrong perspective, a mindset, you're not dealing with people with clean hands. And we don't think that our mindset is an extension of what we do, or what we do is an extension of what we think, because the Bible says a man thinketh, so is he. Before you punch somebody, you had to first think it. Before you pick up a pen to write something, your mind had to conjure up the imagination, right? Before someone could make a cake or whatever, they had to grab the ingredients and put it all together. We need our hands to create, but you can also use your hands to negate. You can use your hands as a way to tear down. People shake hands talking about they're agreeing, but really there's not a meeting of the minds, because the hand is an extension of what that is physical, what is metaphysical in your mind, that you're agreeing on something. And this is the proof. But even people handshakes, you can't even trust. Because it used to be, if you made an agreement, then you're bound. So I just came on real quick to just say, You should not do business with people if you don't have the right type of mindset, motives. If you in it to help people, and that's great. But if you in it just for your personal gain and whatnot, you're not dealing with people in clean hands. Now, there's a legal doctrine called the Doctrine of Clean Hands, and it most likely derived from the Bible. And it's more of a civil thing. Is that when somebody come before the judge asking the judge to do right by them because somebody did wrong by them, they want to make sure you come into the judge with the right type of heart. You're not coming to the judge saying that, oh, this person did wrong by me, but you did wrong by them. In other words, you out here doing wrong stuff and dipping and dapping, and you going to come to the judge asking the judge to be fair to you, but you not being fair to other people or not fair in this situation. You come to them with ulterior motives, unclean hands, dirty hands, hands mucking around in some stuff you ain't got no business. All right. Now, in the criminal law world, unfortunately, people can be accused by folks that have impure motives. And it's not until the person get arrested and they go to jail, and then the state believe what you're saying, and then they file charges, and then it's up to the defense attorney to find out, is there a motive for the person to accuse you of a crime? Do they have an ill will against you, right? But see, that's sometimes you can't convince the other side of that. You have to wait till you go to trial and let the jury know, hey, they're accusing this person of a crime, but they have unclean hands. They have an impure motive. They're not right. They're pointing fingers at them, but have 3 more pointed back at them. Right? And so it works sometimes and it don't. Because the jury then questions, well, why should we believe you? Because if you're going after this person because they made you mad or they cheated on you or you don't like them or whatever, then why should we believe anything you say? Why should we reward you with the guilty? I've seen it happen. I prevailed on a case where a guy was smuggling heroin in his hoo-ha, and they had all this snitch material on everybody in the car, but for some reason the police officers zeroed in on my guy, right? And the person that was snitching, she herself was smuggling drugs in her South American region, right? But they let her go, but they put my guy in handcuffs, talking about we don't believe you. I'm thinking, wait a minute. This woman is smuggling cocaine. And you gave her the benefit of the doubt? And well, the jury need to know that. And the same guy that let her walk was the same guy that claimed that my guy was doing all kind of stuff. So to this day, and that case was, almost 7 or 8 years ago, maybe. I don't know. To this day, they are still baffled and dumbfounded about how a jury was able to find a guy not guilty of trafficking in heroin when he said he claimed, when a police officer saw him pull the stuff out of his threw it on the floor. They didn't believe the officer because they didn't believe the officer had right motives towards my client. You shouldn't win. They're not going to give you the day. Now they found him guilty about everything else, but they ain't found him guilty of the very crime that they didn't know. My guy was looking at 15 years prison. 15 years prison mandatory. Judge had to sentence you. He went to trial and won. Because I had to prove that the detective did not have clean hands. No pun intended. We had to go through all that to get there. And it's scary, guys. It's scary. So, but with you, if, the way you handle stuff depends on your mindset. And the way you present things depends on your mindset. If God doesn't want us presenting offerings to him when our hearts aren't right, then guess what? What does that mean? He's not going to accept anything. Then why should you? And if we don't want people coming at us the wrong way, then we ought to do the same to others. Clean hands. Come before me with a what? Clean heart, renewed spirit, clean hands. That's important. And I think a lot of people don't see that because that's not how we're raised or trained or whatnot. Sleight of hand. People just, that they say you throw the rock and hide your hand. Hands, idle hands are the devil's workshop. So be mindful of the reasons why you do what you do. And let this be a representation of what's up here. Clean, pure, and right. So with that being said, I'm gone. And y'all take care. I'm Regina Nunley, but on Preacher Kid Sensation PK. Sensation for short. If you follow me on Instagram, The Mental Wealth Builder, I believe in bringing value to the marketplace, whether that be educational value, inspirational value, or motivational value to the marketplace of your mind, because that's where our wealth is built. It starts here and then it ends here. Take care. Bye-bye.